Here we are for a quick update on the electronics Leadscrew project. The enclosure is now fully wired. Not a great deal neater than when it was on the bench, but at least it's all managed. I've managed to pack it all in. Just to quickly go around it all again. The launch pad PCB is at the top. This is the power supply for the servo motor, the driver for the servo motor. This is another power supply for the tool post spindle, which I've just managed to squeeze in. Down the bottom is a wall wart giving 5 volts for the ELS boost board and the launch pad. Mains distribution along the bottom here. The mains comes in, not surprisingly, through a mains plug socket. This is where the external encoders, display, stepper, encoder and motor, well, you can read just as well as I can. They all plug in there. And over the other side, which will be the front, as it is applied to the machine, is the on-off switch for the motor, for the spindle, 2-pulse mounted spindle, spindle speed pot, and the power connection to the motor itself. Hopefully without getting you too disorientated. I'm feeling a bit seasick. I decided to mount the whole thing on these rubber bushings, semi-rigid, semi-flexible. I seem to remember something like that holding the back end of a silencer on one of my old minis. But there we go, there's 4 of them there, and they will mount onto the side of the lathe under here, covering up those oil streaks. I'm not sure whether I've shown this. Yes, I think I did. It's semi-permanently mounted. Well, it's permanently mounted now. I decided to go for the direct drive from the end of the spindle to save complications of spindle rotation, gearing. The encoder now runs at the same speed as the spindle. It's mounted on this fabricated bracket, which is there's a slot here which pivots on the lower mount, so that I can take up any slack in the belt when it arises. The spindle, rather the lead screw servo, will mount on the back here and poke through a hole which I've yet to drill. And I think I'm going to have to make an extension to the spindle, so that I can, bear with me, this will have to come out considerably further, so it's probably going to have to come out to about there. So I'm going to have to make up an extension to the spindle and mount the pulley on that, so that it lines up with the 60-tooth pulley, which will go on the lead screw somewhere about there, I think. Difficult to tell until I take this wheel off and mount the pulley on it. So there we go, that's for another time. In the meantime, I'll set to and drill a few holes in the cabinet and mount the enclosure Oh, one other thing is I've got a fan on order. I'm going to attempt to cut out a circle in here with the router and mounting holes for the fan and the grill, and another grill up here on the door so that it's sucking air in through a filter, cooling and exhausting through the top. But as I said just now, that will be for another day. In the meantime, if you have been, thanks for watching, and hopefully catch up with you the next time I have another update. Bye for now.